stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's how it goes, right? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
I don't know. Like, you said it with such confidence, so you should know by now.
I wasn't sure if that was how it went.
Anyway,
Hey,
I don't think she noticed I recorded, but hey, y'all, what's going on? This is Highway Siblings. Anyway, what's happening, y'all? I know we said we'd be back pretty often with videos and such, but you know, black people and timing aren't always like the best.
I'm sorry that I have a job that I have to tend to.
Nobody.
You know?
Listen, hey, I'm not knocking you trying to make the world a better place, molding the brains of tomorrow. It's cute, admirable even. But anyway, y'all, we back. That's all that matters.
Okay. I have to clear my throat.
Clearly. So, before we get into today's topic, y'all may see a glare from my lights on our glasses.
I was not taking them off for this video. Don't even sugarcoat it. I was not taking them off for this video. Took them off for the last one. I'm like, I can't see. I was like, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. I need my glasses.
Also, she can actually, get pretty for a camera and such. My barber and me haven't seen each other in quite some time, so I'll be looking rough. I don't care. Anyway, basically what today we're going to be talking about is kind of like a versus battle, if you want to call it that. Give you 2 points, and we're both going to pick a side. So, the two topics are safe career, or actually taking the plunge and doing something you love, or going for a dream
So
job.
why are you doing safe career, like right here? Are you saying that I have a safe career? Do you like that safe career? It's in March.
Real quick, you're a teacher, right?
Yes.
It's a pretty safe career.
Teachers can get fired.
Not as often as, let's say, entrepreneurs.
That's what people believe.
Don't be
That's
wrong.
what people believe.
I know y'all not all safe. Safe careers, right? So, she's a teacher. I'm a photographer, but I don't actually have a quote-unquote career. I didn't finish college. I guess you can call me a, what do they call it?
A dropout.
Ooh.
So what do they? You said I didn't finish college. What do they call it? What do they call that? A dropout.
I figured you about to say something a little bit more chill, like, hey, you decided to go for like
no
alternate career path.
No.
Philanthropist.
No. College dropout.
Not even like a washout. Like, damn. I did go to college though. It just wasn't for me. So.
I hate when people say that. Oh, college, it just wasn't for me.
College. Do you think it's really necessary
Yes.
for some? Ooh, all right. Let me finish the question. Why?
If you want to make money in America, and you're not going the artistic route, because I feel like with the artistic route that takes a while.
What type of?
So if you're trying to like really get a career in, like, start a career in America, you need a college background. You need a degree, because that is your foot in the door.
So, quick question: when you say artistic degree, like, what do you like?
Not artistic degree,
not
but
artistic
like
degree.
artistic avenues, like photography.
Okay. So,
And like some sort of artist,
So
a
any-
musician.
anything in like the art. So,
Yeah.
music, painting, photography.
Right.
All right, cool. So you feel like that's absolutely fundamental as far as like getting your foot in the door and making things happen.
Yeah.
All right. So, what about people in the tech space? I'm pretty sure
In the tech space?
Yeah, like the tech space. So I feel like a ton of people have already heard like the success stories, like Bill Gates, stuff of that nature. I feel like there's any career path that you can get without a degree, accredited college degree, and ultimately be successful or live some type of full life where you're not penny pinching.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head right now, honestly.
All right, so
because here's my thing. It's like, it's going to take a while. Granted, anything like that you pursue is going to take a while for you to get to wherever it is that you want to go. But I feel like with anything that falls under the category of arts, I feel like it takes longer to get there, especially like if you're doing it on your own and you don't know anybody within that specific industry that you might be going in. Like, it takes longer for that person to build themselves up. I feel like a degree can come in handy too in that situation. Okay. It's like, yo, I have I went to school for the arts, right? Because you could do photography in college. Like, I went to school for this. I have a degree to back me up. Now here is my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, damn, this person studied this and they have a body of work. Let me give them a chance.
So
As opposed to, I don't have a degree, but here's my body of work. They're like, maybe, maybe not.
You feel like still today, in this day and age, like, people are still being, I would say, judged for not having a career. Not having a college degree, sorry.
Yeah.
No matter what, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about people who actually have degrees in their field, like some people who are not teachers, business degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people who have either business degrees or have a degree in liberal arts, or just have ultimately just college degrees, spend $1,000
Mm-hmm.
and don't even pursue like their field choice or can't even get into it. Because here's what I've noticed. I feel like I've been in the workforce, the wild of the workforce, longer than you have. Because once you got your degree, hold on. I say you've worked longer than me, yes. But you've had a couple different jobs, yes. But as far as like once you graduated from college, you were teaching. Like you left school.
I was teaching before I graduated from college.
Exact, but that's even helped my case a little bit more. But she left school. Well, while she was in school before, whatever. But she graduated and she was still a teacher. That worked out for her, right? Mm-hmm. But here's, ooh, that felt great. You gonna crack your leg? My bad. A lot of people end up going to college, spending $20,000, $30,000 in debt, and then ultimately don't get a job in their career, right? Mm-hmm. Job in their career.
Job in their field.
Job in their field.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, when you go fill it out, like, oh, hey, now I have this piece of paper saying I completed this 4 to 8 years of college. Mm-hmm. I got my credits, I did my time, I got my debt. Cool, right? And keep in mind, this is not me knocking anybody who went to college whatsoever. I feel like college is especially needed for certain fields. Like, I'm not trusting anybody to be a teacher, doctor, anything of that nature without a college degree. Like, that's point blank, period. But people ultimately end up going to college not knowing what they want to do for the first few years. So you're studying liberal arts, which I feel like is honestly like a gimme degree. That's something, that's like a placeholder. Mm-hmm. I don't know what job you could say, oh yeah, I have my degree in liberal arts. Like, they're going to look at you like a dummy. From what I've seen. Like, this is all, it's not me just talking on my ass. Like, this is legit what I've seen and heard. But I know a lot of people who ultimately don't get a job in their field.
And I feel like that's the argument that I hear a lot of people who don't go to college make. Mm-hmm. It's like, what is the point of me going to college? Because I know this amount of people who went and they're not even working in their field, or they can't get a job in their field. Here's my thing with that. Mm-hmm. One, that's an excuse, mm-hmm. right? You're trying to justify you not wanting to put in the time to actually earn a college degree. Two, you are going based off of what you see other people doing. One, it's like, how do you know? Not because Tom has a degree in, what's a field? I don't even know. But Tom has a degree in a specific field, but Tom is doing something completely opposite. That maybe that was a choice that Tom made.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Like, a lot of people aren't making choices. And the reason I'm going on this more, like, it really just came back to my attention again at the last job I was working at. They who shall not be named. I'm not giving them no promo. But essentially, I worked in advertising. So, in that job, I met people who are fresh out of college. That's not what they want to be doing. Mm-hmm. Like, they thought, oh, hey, this is a job in tech. Like, I can jump to my field of choice, jump to this, jump to that. Like, people are busting their asses to get into a career. Like, I'm not going to say you're lucky because you bust your ass, you worked, you kept applying. Yes. But, like, people in the business sector or finance, like, a lot of these people can't find jobs. Like, they got the degrees. They're sitting here applying every single day. They're on LinkedIn, Indeed, everything of that nature, right? So, but they still don't get a job. Like, who knows? And, like, let's say that's their dream, that's their goal. Let's say I'm in accounting or business finance, like that's what I have my degree in, and I want to go be an accountant, or I want to make sure people's taxes are right. I'm seeing people bust their asses and not get anything. Granted, I'm completely content with my personal self not going to college. Like at first I wasn't, because shame, but anyway, I really do feel like it's not a guarantee. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are getting caught up in. Like,
what's not a guarantee? Because
getting a job in your field, even with a degree. Because once you get a degree, they're like, hey, you need experience. I'm like, shit.
How am I gonna get experience if I can't get the job?
Exactly. So, don't get me wrong. Some places you can get a job, and there are entry level jobs. I'm fully aware of that. But you told me I went to school for 4 years, right? To be more qualified than another candidate who doesn't have a degree but work experience, only for me to try and be him for an entry level job. So I'm, let's say, $50,000 or $60,000 in debt, and now you're trying to pay me $35,000 a year.
Here's my thing. I feel like people aren't being proactive. I'm not saying everybody, but some people aren't being proactive in terms of, damn, it's January, I'm about to graduate in May. Let me start applying to jobs. Let me start looking for a job. You're late. You are late to the game.
I don't got it.
You are late to the game if, again, it is January and you're graduating in May and you start to look for a job. People do not take advantage of internships while in college. That is a big thing. You want to work in tech or whatever, do internships. Guess what?
Not everybody has that luxury though. You gotta remember.
But why wouldn't you have a luxury to do an internship?
So let's say you're a full-time student, right? And keep in mind, maybe this goes back to excuses. It's all
that's
about,
what you're about to make is an excuse. Go ahead.
I'm just stating a case, but full-time student, and you gotta work a damn near in between a part and full-time job to help pay for yourself. Not everybody has the luxury of grants of help.
Internships
are not always paid.
Right, but they will work with your schedule because internships 90% of the time is for the college student. You understand what I'm saying? So, and you create your own schedule. Like there would be days when I was in college where I would have like literally one class that day and I have the rest of my day.
I remember that.
Or I would literally do, out of the week, I would only do classes 2 days out of the week.
So, quick question again. Not a question, but let them know how long you were actually in school for.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter. You don't want to talk about it?
It's none of their business. No, because it's like, I was in school for longer than usual because of, one, taking time off.
Yeah.
Two, switching schools because the one that I was with decided that they were no longer offering my major. So then I had to leave that school to go somewhere else.
Y'all forgot, you got a journey.
So, and the first school I was with, I graduated. Remember, I have a second degree. First one in business.
Ooh, talk your shit.
And then my next one not in teaching, because most people be like, oh, you have a teaching degree? No, I have a degree in English.
ELA or we don't?
English.
We don't like acronyms no more? She hates acronyms.
I'm an English language arts teacher.
But let me mention...
But I majored in English. I graduated from school with my degree in English.
Okay, but let me mention any other acronym. And she's like, what do you use an acronym? Just say the whole word. My point, I'm definitely more so for the leave the safe job, chase your dream type of avenue. Because right when I left my... What?
Rent. Bills.
Here's my thing.
Them not gonna pay themselves.
Here's my thing though. I'm not just saying, you know what? I just bought this new camera yesterday. I took 2 pictures. You know what? I could be a photographer. I can make this happen. I'm not saying to quit after that. That's dumb. Don't do that. But make a plan for yourself. If you know that's what you want to do, make sure you put in the time. You gotta put in the pain. Like you gotta really just say, all right, this is what I want to do. How do I actually go about making this a business for myself? Because yes, everybody loves pretty pictures. Everybody loves to look nice and do a camera. Some of y'all do it for clout. Y'all get me tight. But besides that, not like that.
I get it, but where are you going with this?
It's you can line yourself up to leave a job and actually
True.
pursue what you want to do.
True.
Because I remember I told myself I'll give myself 6 months, right? Because I was working a different sales job. My job closed. I chose not to actually stay there and pursue more so my art while trying to look for another job. Cool.
Cherish, can you stop?
Because like these jobs aren't necessarily guaranteed. Because even if you're one of the best workers, you can still get clipped due to cutbacks. So I gave myself that time, even though it was a struggle. I made do because one, I had savings. So granted, like I knew what was happening in a few months, so I just busted my ass a little bit harder and made it happen. So I saved up. I had help. Before she looks at me, yes, I had help.
I wasn't gonna. Okay.
Listen, I know I'm gonna give you your flowers. I had help. Yes, I had help. Not everybody has help, but I really made it happen. I was going out. I was hitting up every link I could to get different jobs, get different gigs. I was talking to friends. I was shooting baby showers. I was even like doing discounted rates, which I hate to do, just to make it by and like get ends meet.
Make ends meet.
There we go. Make ends meet. Pay my rent, bills, and other things like that. So all in all, I'm trying to say like, I'm all for stepping out, chasing your dream, but make sure you have a plan. So I personally feel like college isn't mandated, especially in this day and age with so much resources. Like 20 years ago, the internet wasn't as booming as it was. You didn't have YouTube, you didn't have social media, so many different avenues to actually make things happen. Especially if you're in like a big city like us in New York, you can make things happen as long as you're not bullshitting yourself. So ultimately my thing is, I feel like chase the dream with a plan. And you're still on, even with all this, you're still saying college degree, safe job, build a career.
But you have to understand my perspective. I am a mother. My mother first.
True.
And security for myself and my child first.
Mm-hmm.
And a steady career allows me to have a stable life for both myself and my child. I feel like people without children or without responsibility, because it's not just children, maybe someone has a family member that they have to take care of or what have you, but I feel like people with less responsibility might have the luxury of freeballing their
Freeballing their life?
careers, freeballing their life, however we're going to put it. But some people don't. And also you have to remember that I'm doing something that I've known that I've wanted to do since I was 5 years old.
Very
So what you're saying about following one's dream, I'm doing that. I'm following my dream. I'm living my dream. But in order for someone like me to live their dream, I need a degree as my backing.
Yeah, and I guess so ultimately there is kind of like a middle ground there, because if your dream, which in her case is to teach, then you pursuing that safer job is ultimately just a side effect. Mm-hmm. So like I can see how they can coexist in the same place. Right. But as far as chasing your dream, as far as something artistic, something where a college degree can't guarantee you success, I say make a plan for yourself, go after it, but be smart. Any last words for the people? You got advice that you want to give out? You know, drop some gems on them?
Go to college, get a degree. It'll benefit you in the end. It will allow you to make big bucks. Trust me when I tell you, it will allow you to make big bucks.